Welcome to our piping engineering channel. In this video, we'll be showing you how to calculation the length of pipe piece in the piping 3D model drawing. Please subscribe to our channel to watch more like useful video before starting this tutorial video. This video provides excellent practice information about piping skills for piping fitters. Let's starting pipe tutorial video. As you can see, the 6-inch pipeline comes horizontally, then goes down at a 45-degree angle elbow and continues again horizontally at a 45-degree angle elbow. In this pipeline, one piece of 6-inch pipe, two pieces of 45-degree but weld elbows and two pieces of 6-inch class 150 weld neck flange were used. We are required to calculate the length of this blue color pipe piece used between two 45-degree but weld elbows in this pipeline. For this, we must first find the distance between the centers of the 45-degree but weld elbows. Then, if we subtract the lengths of the elbows from this distance, we can find the length of the pipe piece. As you can see, in this pipe drawing, 1,200 millimeters from the flange face to the other flange face is shown. Accordingly, we must first find the distances from the face of the flange to the center of the 45-degree but weld elbows. To find this distance, let's learn the lengths of the 6-inch weld neck flange and the 6-inch 45-degree but weld elbow. For this, we should look at the dimension chart table of weld neck flange and 45-degree but weld elbows. First, let's look at the dimension chart table of the weld neck flange. This is class 150 weld neck flange dimensions chart. Inches dimensions of weld neck flanges are shown in the first column. The outside diameters of weld neck flange D are shown in this column. The lengths of the weld neck flange H are shown in this column. Since the pipeline in our video is 6-inch, we will look at the row written as 6-inch in this column. In this table shows that 6-inch weld neck flange have an outside diameter of 168.3 millimeters and the length of this flange is 89 millimeters. Now, let's look at the table given the dimension but weld 45-degree elbows size 1 to 12. The nominal pipe sizes of elbows are shown in the first column of this table. This letter D written on the 45-degree elbow indicates the outside diameter of the 45-degree elbow and is shown in this column. These letters B written on the 45-degree elbow indicates the length of the center to end dimension of the 45-degree elbow and is shown in this column. Since the pipeline in our video is 6-inch, we will look at the row written as 6-inch in the NPS column. In this table shows that 6-inch but welded 45-degree elbows have an outside diameter of 168.3 millimeters and a center-to-end dimension is 95 millimeters. Now let's go back to our main video. We have now learned the lengths of the 6-inch weld neck flange and the 6-inch 45-degree but weld elbow. Let's calculate the distance from the face of the weld neck flange to the center of the 45-degree elbow. 89 plus 95 will equal 184 millimeters. The other side of pipe line will be same calculate operation. The distance from the face of the weld neck flange to the center of the 45-degree elbow will be 184 millimeter. Now, let's subtract these 184 millimeters from the total length of 1,200 millimeters. 1,200 minus 2 times 184 is equal to 832 millimeters. If we combine these elbows with each other, we will get right triangle. Now, to find the distance between the centers of the pipe elbows, we will use this right triangle formed by lines. The hypotenuse of this right-angle triangle will be the distance between the elbows in the pipeline. Let's mark the hypotenuse of this right-angle triangle with big letter H. Since one side of this right triangle is 832 millimeters and its angles are 45 degrees, the other perpendicular side will automatically be 832 millimeters. We will use the Pythagorean theorem formula in such cases to calculating the hypotenuse of this right triangle. According to the Pythagorean theorem, 832 squared plus 832 squared is equals big little h squared. Continued to calculate the h squared is equals 1384448. Again, continue to calculate the h is equals 1384448 under the root. At last, we will use scientific calculator and found h is equals approximately to 1177 millimeters. So, we calculate and found the distance of center to center of these 45-degree elbows in this pipeline is 1177 millimeters. We already know the distance between the centers of the elbows and the lengths of the 6-inch 45-degree but weld elbows. Also, during fit-up between pipe fittings should be cap, approximately 3 millimeters, it is for welding. You can see this gap for welding as practical now, in this video. During fit-up, such are opened between the pipe fittings to be welded, and a gap of approximately 3 to 4 millimeters. Having this 3-4 mm gap is for better root welding. Accordingly, we can easily calculate the length of the pipe segment between the elbows. Pipe length equal total length 1177 mm minus 2 times 6-inch 45-degree but weld elbow dimension 95 mm minus 2 times gaps for welding 3 mm. At last, we calculate and found length of pipe piece on this 6-inch pipeline is 981 millimeters. By using this method, you can easily calculate distances between the elbows in the any pipelines. This tutorial video is finishing here. If you have any question about video, you can write comments in the comments section. Your ideas are very interesting for us. You can watch like those videos by entering the links in the description below of this video.
Your support literally delights me every day and inspires me to work even harder on the piping tutorial videos. If you liked this video, I would be very happy if you subscribe and join our community.
Thank you for watching. See you on next video. Take care.